I'm Mariel Tablan. I am a professional coach. I have been in the learning and development work for over 20 years. I have a family. I have two beautiful daughters. And I also sing and I act. Well, I love to sing and I love to act. Actually, I started singing 5 years old, I think. So started with, the usual school programs, and then yung singing turned into something more interesting and more exciting, which is nasama na yung acting. So I started there grade 6 when I was given the opportunity to be part of this school play. Pero ano siya medyo bongga kasi sa Film Life Theater siya ginawa. So grade 6 ako nun. So yun, that's where it started, yung acting part. Well, si Direct Mark kasi, we've known each other for so long na. Puti, itim pa lahat ng buhok ko, magkakilala na kami. Dalaga pa lang ako, magkakilala na kami. So when he reached out to me and asked me, are you interested in joining? Actually, call pa bago pa MarkyTalk, no? So it was like a laboratory, a learning lab for actors. Kasi nga, nag-pandemic and baka magandang opportunity daw yun to reach out to theater actors and experiment on stuff. So kasi nga learning lab siya. So it started with call and then it became MarkyTalk.
The tears are what I needed to clear my point of view. My tears compel me to bow and see that my path has led to you. That is where I will find you. That is how I will know you. When I am at my worst, I see your grace at work. That is when you will teach me. That is what you will show me. There is nothing on earth to define. There is nothing on earth to define. There is nothing on earth to define what I'm worth.
So yung unang beses na nag-reach out si Direct Mark kasi parang nagka-emergency yung attorney na magpe-play doon sa piyesa na yun. So parang tinanong lang niya, pwede ka ba? Pero again, di yun planado. So parang, okay, sige. Umuo na lang muna ako. Tapos, yun, that was the very first one.
Babalik ko na yung sulat sa'yo, yung binigay mo sa akin. Hindi yan sulat ni Julita.
Anong hindi?
Una, hindi niya yan penmanship. Halatang halata pilit na ginawang paggaya sa sulat kamay niya. November 10 ang nakalagay sa petsa dyan. Pero, ang nakamarka sa selyo sa sobre ay July 11, 1990 nang matanggap ng Central Post Office dito.
Aba, malay natin, baka nailagay lang ni Marsing sa lumang sobre yung bagong sulat ni Julita.
Mula July hanggang sa nakabalik dito si Julita ay wala pa siyang ipinapadalang sulat kay Marsing. Kaya imposibleng magkaroon siya ng sulat na may petsang November 10, 1990. Aminin mo na, Eva. Gawa mo lang yung sulat na yan para lalong mapalabas na wala nang planong umuwi dito si Julita. At gusto mo ako lalong magduda na ang Telmang yun ang pumipigil kay Julita para umuwi dito.
Ano ka ba? Abogada o investigador?
Pareho. Kung tutuusin, wala na akong dapat ikulit sa'yo . Aamin ka lang naman sa akin kung totoo o hinding magkarelasyon kayo at nagsamang parang mag-asawa ni Marsing habang nasa Hong Kong si Julita. Nakinonsinte naman ng biyenan nyo.
Hindi. Hindi. Wala akong dapat aminin sa'yo.
Alam mo, habang umiiwas kang masangkot sa kaso ni Julita, lalo ka lang nahahalata. Goodbye na.
Pinaka-favorite ko, yung binigyan ako ni Direct Mark ng assignment to co-direct actually, yung mga bata, yung bida doon sa pyesa, Oli Impan. So ano yun, na-feature yun nung December. Tapos 2 bata yung bida. First time ko yun na magturo sa mga bata. In acting kasi kung Sunday school yun, nagawa ko na yun. Pero iba to acting to Hindi naman ako professional, di ba?
Sabi ko, may sunog ba? Wala, walang sunog. Sunog siguro. Sabi na wala tigas-tigas ng ulo mo. Meron. Ano mo nalaman? May nakikita ka bang usok? May narinig ka bang bumbero? Ang sarap pag may sunog, ano? Kung walang sunog, bakit nilalabas natin to? Yung mga gamit sa bahay. Mangyari, pinalalayas tayo. Paano mo nalaman? Sabi ng nanay ko. Sino nagpapalayas sa atin? Ang gobyerno. Ano bang gobyerno? Ewan ko. Ba't di mo tinanong nanay mo? Nakalimutan ko Bakit naman tayo palalayasin ng gobyerno? Mangyaring gobyerno may-ari nito. Yan, lahat ng yan. Aba, atin to, di ba? Yung mga bahay siguro, pero yung lupa hindi atin. Aba, hindi. Atin din yun. Hindi atin ang lupa. Atin. Atin lahat to. Hindi sabi. Atin. Paano naging atin to? Diba, ang tagal na natin nakatira dito. Oo, pero hindi ibig sabihin atin to. Kung di atin to, alin ang atin? Alin? Wala. Wala? Paano yun? Basta wala. Kung palalayasin tayo, saan tayo lilipat? Ewan ko sa inyo. Bakit? May lilipatan ba kayo? Wala rin. Pero di bale may trabahong nanay ko. Siya nga? Oo. Anong trabaho ng nanay mo? Manghuhula. Anong manghuhula? Yung humuhula. Yung bumbasa ng mga kamay ng mga tao. Kamay? Bumbasa ng mga kamay? Oo. Para ano? Para malaman niya kung ano mangyayari bukas. Alam na yung mangyayari, basa lang ng kamay. Oo. Itong kamay ko, mababasa niya. Para ano? Para malaman ko kung saan kami titira bukas. Hindi na mababasa kamay mo? Ba't hindi? Ang lit kasi at ang dumi pa.
But yun yung pinaka-favorite ko, having been given the opportunity to teach children kung paano sila mag-act, paano mapa-imagine sa kanila na nakatira sila sa slum area, ganito yung itsura ng environment nila, when in fact, in reality, hindi pa talaga sila nakakapunta doon, hindi pa sila nakakakita ng ganon. So paano mo yung mapapa-imagine sa kanila? Paano mo mapapa-imagine na nagkakagulo kasi dinedemolish yung bahay nila? That was fun. Ano yun? Yun yung pinaka-favorite ko sa lahat ng experience ko sa Marky. It's a different world when you're in MarkyTalk, when you're talking to professional actors, when you're talking to very creative people, whether acting ako or tech support ako, but just being with people who think differently, may ibang perspectives, generally positive people, ang laking tulong sa akin nun to be better during these very challenging times. It gives me a bigger picture, a bigger perspective on things. It reminds me actually on a regular basis na life is more than this. No, there's a bigger world out there. Marami kang pwedeng mabigay, marami kang pwedeng ma-offer, marami kang pwedeng matulong. You just need to find kung ano yung avenue na yon na pwede kang mag-contribute. And it reminds me na, kahit na may pandemic, I'm blessed. I'm blessed.
Her hand skillfully placed the unspun flaxen wool on the distaff, and her fingers twist the spindle until thread forms. She reaches out to the poor and extends mercy to those in need. She's not worried about the cold or snow for her family, for she has clothed them in warm crimson coats. She makes her own bed linens and clothes herself in purple and fine cloth. Everyone recognizes her husband in the public square, and no one fails to respect him as he takes his place of leadership in the community. She makes linen garments and sells them in a market, and she supplies belts for tradesmen to carry across the sea. Clothed in strength and dignity, with nothing to fear. She smiles. She thinks about the future. She conducts her conversations with wisdom, and the teaching of kindness is ever her concern. She directs the activities of the household, and never does she indulge in laziness. Her children rise up and bless her. Her husband, too, joins in the praise, saying, "There are some, indeed many women who do well in every way, but of all of them, only you are excellent." Charm can be deceptive, and physical beauty will not last. But a woman who reveres the eternal should be praised above all others. Celebrate all that she achieved and let her accomplishments publicly praise her.
So the reason why I joined is because, during the pandemic, I think a lot of people went through a lot of challenges. And for me personally, first time ko na ma-burn out. As in yung burnout na I couldn't sleep. In the middle of the day, I just catch myself staring at the screen, suddenly bursting into tears. Talagang I went through that. And to me, that was very alarming kasi hindi ako ganun, no? So, very timely when Direct Mark reached out. So, parang to me, that was a big sign. Okay, maybe I need to do something else. Maybe kailangan kong ilabas yung negative energy ko into something else. Kasi ever since I got involved in singing and acting, naging magandang outlet siya for me growing up eh. It helped me manage my emotions better. It helped me manage the way I think better. Kasi syempre growing up, I also had, my fair share of challenges. But, acting and singing helped a lot. So, when he reached out to me, parang, okay, magandang sign to. Sige. So, I just said yes without thinking muna kung ano ba expectation, ano mangyayari. So, I just said yes and it turned out to be very productive. It turned out to be very helpful, not just for me, but also dun sa audience ng MarkyTalk, no? Kasi marami tayong natutulungan out there every time we produce something for MarkyTalk, be it discussion lang or talagang may performance involved. Hope, 'di ba? Yung every Sunday na ginagawa ng MarkyTalk. So, naging blessing siya na una ako lang parang inisip ko lang I need help, but it turns out okay, I will be better if I can also help others become better. So naging ganun siya, but it wasn't really intentional at the beginning.
This means a lot to you, doesn't it?
More than you know.
It's not as easy for me. I've always been a practical woman. Everything has to make sense in my world. I don't like being off balance. And every time you talk about Jesus, I feel off balance.
I've I've always looked up to you, Abby. You know that. And both of us have grown comfortable with you having all the answers. But now it's different. Now I have an answer that didn't come from you.
Does he make you happy? What did I say?
Well, at the moment there are two he's in my life, and you think you're off balance. Well, my Lord has just been buried, killed by the Romans and our leaders. And I don't know whether to be sad or happy over that, but then there's another man, and yes, I think he makes me very happy.
You don't mean not that crazy perfume seller? Dinah, will you never learn?
I don't expect you to understand, because I don't. All I can tell you is that I'm not the same person that I was a few days ago. It's too much, too great a mystery. There is a man, a flesh and bones man, who claims to be God himself. And that man captured my heart in a way I never thought possible. Then some very pious, wicked men killed him, dead. Then he was buried in a borrowed tomb, and then the door sealed. And the mystery is that I know from this day on, that man will be controlling every part of my life.
But does he make you happy?
Yes, he does. And I so much want you to know that happiness.
Perhaps. But now let's get back to this Egyptian. Surely you realize, I mean, how can you? What I'm trying to say is, be careful.
After all of these, no, sana mas magkaroon tayo ng mas marami pang magagandang pyesa to create awareness, lalo sa generation ngayon. To teach them mga values na medyo hindi na nakukuha sa mundo. And I also hope na hindi mag-stop yung digital na theater, online theater, because I think we can reach more people if it's hybrid, meron kang actual theater face-to-face. Pero sana magtuloy ito, yung online theater. Kasi we can reach more people kung ano man yung message na gusto nating isend. Mas maraming makakapanood, mas magiging accessible siya. Mas makaka-create tayo ng mas malaki pang awareness. Again, kung ano yung message na gusto nating ipadala. So, yun, that's something to consider, di ba? Even after the pandemic, posible ba yung hybrid? May face-to-face, pero, meron ding online theater. Now that we had the chance to try it and we know it works. Of course, pros and cons, lagi namang meron, but we know it works. But to make it more accessible, maybe that's something to explore moving forward.
Life and death are in the power of the tongue. The wholesome tongue is a tree of life, but behind the lying tongue is hatred. Evil follows on the heels of an unbridled tongue. Though man may boast that he owns his tongue, God holds him accountable for every idle word he speaks. By his words, he is justified, and by his words, he is condemned. Who owns your lips? If God owns you, your speech will be wholesome and life-giving. You can choose who owns your lips. Father, each word I speak is known to you. Help me to glorify you through my speech.
If you're interested to join, just reach out. Yun lang. Wag ka na mag-overthink ng, oh, what do I do? What can I contribute? I'm not exposed to these things. There's no need because MarkyTalk is composed of very diverse people. And kung gusto mo mag-join, join ka lang. I'm sure you will fit in somewhere. And kung ano man yung reason, 'di ba? Again, sometimes we start something for a different reason pero nag-e-end tayo with, okay, iba pala yung iba yung nakukuha natin or iba yung nagiging realization natin after. So if you want to join, if you have that burning desire or for quite some time naiisip mo na mag-join kaya ako but something is holding you back, stop overthinking, just join. Just reach out to any of us and join, and then just let it flourish from there. See where this brings you, 'di ba? So yun yung masasabi ko.
Thanks for watching, and please subscribe to MarkyTalk Events. While you're at it, please check out our other social media sites.